Well, the weather outside is frightful and the fire is so delightful, but at the risk of sounding spiteful, salting roads ain't rightful. That's why this story I did right full of alternatives that might pull us just that much further in our environmental fight, fool! You're not a fool. That's just, I like rhyming. Welcome back to D News. I'm Matt Lieberman. Every winter, communities the world over prepare for months of icy roads and snowstorms. But in the United States, we fight back against the cold and damp with a massive amount of road salt. How much? Try 22 million tons. That's roughly 137 pounds of salt per American citizen. That's pretty crazy, right? We've been praying at the altar of road salt since the 1940s and 50s as highways changed the face of the nation. Suddenly, truckers and commuters alike didn't have days to wait for snow and ice to melt. Salt was our solution to increase traction on roads and simultaneously melt the ice and snow on them. The benefits are obvious. According to a 1992 study, salting roads reduces car accidents during and after winter storms by a whopping 87%. That translates to potentially thousands of lives saved. So why are we making a stink about something that works? Well, our dependency has massive downsides. Sodium chloride is corrosive. It eats through cars and trucks, bridges, even concrete. A study in Utah estimates that Americans spend between $16 and $19 billion a year to repair the damage. Now, there's gotta be a cheaper solution, and one without the additional environmental effects of road salt. When the salt melts, it steadily runs off into our water supplies, increasing the salinity and chloride levels of lakes and rivers and killing wildlife. A December 2014 study from the U.S. Geological Survey found that 29% of urban streams exceeded safe levels of chlorine for at least part of that year, and that the levels of chlorine have risen in 89% of urban streams overall. Salt on the road attracts animals like deer, moose, and elk, which poses constant risks of collision. Additionally, we've now used so much salt on our roads that we're now facing a salt shortage. So what are we to do? Well, there are alternatives out there, but unfortunately most of them still involve salt in some capacity. For example, Wisconsin cities have taken to pre-soaking their roads with cheese brine before storms. Now, there is still salt or a salt-sand mixture in the cheese brine, but there is far less of it, and pre-salting the roads makes it difficult for ice and snow to stick to them. Other communities have taken to using beet juice in conjunction with road salt to reduce the amount of salt used, and others still use calcium chloride instead of sodium chloride. Calcium chloride is less harmful to vegetation, but is even more corrosive to concrete and metal than sodium chloride. However, the following options are the most environmentally friendly. Sand and ashes both offer good traction and have low albedo, which means that they absorb sunlight very easily, heating roads quickly to melt ice. Kitty litter is also an option, providing excellent traction, though for a very high price. There's also a product called Eco Traction, which is a volcanic material that provides traction and is safe to the environment and to animals. So now we want to hear from you. What's your solution to fix America's road salt addiction? Let us know down in the comments below. If you want to see more of me, you can check out this video that I did with Trace about a fun sciencey thing. We at SourceFed do lots of news and comedy. It's a great channel. Past attempts at spinal implant therapies failed to protect the spinal cord and caused undue friction because they simply couldn't bend.
Like Beckham.
No.
Like Bender from Futurama.
No.
Venn diagram.
Okay, I'll give you points for that one. Science bros. So subscribe to SourceFed. Don't forget to subscribe here for more D News.